Okay, so we're going to continue with our practice in chemical nomenclature. So hopefully you have completed the assignment. Is it a metal? And now you're here to check your answer or work along with me. So here we go. We're going to need a periodic table because we're identifying metals. So we'll use this one. And keep in mind that most of the periodic table, those elements here in yellow, are metals. So here's our first example. The symbol K is potassium. That's an alkali metal in group 1. It is a metal, yes, and it always has a +1 charge. So RH, is it a metal? So let's find out. So rhodium, there's lots of R metals, rubidium. So make sure radium, radon, which is not a metal. But rhodium, RH is right here, element 45 in the transition metals. It is a metal. There we go. Pen wasn't working. So right here is rhodium. So name RHODIUM. Need a different color here. Is it a metal? Yes. Rhodium. And its usual charge, it's a transition metal, so we don't know its charge. So here we don't know its charge. P, element P, so we look on the periodic table, we'll find it up in the top right corner. Now I'm in yellow, so you can't see. But phosphorus is here. And it is a nonmetal. So phosphorus phosphorus is not a metal, no. So it does not form a cation. Indium, we'll look for indium, and we'll find indium here, element 49. It is a post-transition metal, but it is a metal, yes. So indium's symbol is In. And yes, it is a post-transition metal, but we do not know its charge. It is not one of those species in which we know its charge. Sr. Sr, is it a metal? So first of all, what element is Sr? Sr is strontium. Here in group 2 or 2A, element 38. It is an alkaline earth metal. So Sr is strontium. Is it a metal? Yes, an alkaline earth metal, always with a charge of +2. The alkaline earth metals all have a +2 charge, and also cadmium and zinc. Br, is it a metal? Br. So going to our periodic table, Br is bromine, element 35, and it is a non-metal. It is in group 17. It's a halogen, a non-metal. So Br is bromine. And it is not a metal, no. No cation charge. Calcium, is it a metal? Calcium is element 20 here. In group 2 or 2A, it's an alkaline earth metal. So calcium with symbol Ca is a metal. Yes, an alkaline earth metal, always forming a cation charge of +2. +2. Hopefully you got that. Carbon. Is it a metal? Carbon. It's probably one of the most famous non-metals. The backbone of organic life is carbon, element 6, and it is a non-metal. No, it does not form a cation when ionizes. Carbon has a symbol of C, and it is not a metal. Nope. Ag. What symbol is Ag? Remember that the symbols that we encounter may come from Latin, Greek, German, and so the symbols might not match up with the English word that we use, such as silver has the symbol Ag. Ag, silver is a transition metal, but it is one of 3 transition metals with cadmium and zinc that we do know the charge for. Silver is always +1. Cadmium and zinc are always +2, but silver is a metal, a transition metal, and we do know its charge is +1. So Ag is silver. It is a metal, yes, and its charge is +1. Se, is it a metal? Se is element 34, selenium, and it is a non-metal. Selenium in group 16 or 6A is a non-metal. So Se is selenium. Is it a metal? No. Cobalt. Cobalt. Let's find cobalt on our periodic table. Cobalt is right here. CO is the symbol, and it is a transition metal and not one of the transition metals that we know the charge for, silver, cadmium, or zinc. So cobalt has a symbol CO, and make sure that you put that O because element C with no O is carbon, which is a non-metal. CO is cobalt, which, yes, is a metal, but a metal that we don't always know the charge for, so question mark there. TC, is it a metal? Excuse me. So TC is a metal. It's a transition metal, element 43. It probably stands out on your periodic table. It might be a slightly different shade, and that's because it's one of the transition metals that's artificially produced. It's made in a lab, which gives rise to its name. But artificial or not, it is a metal, and it is a metal that we do not know its charge because it's a transition metal that's not silver, cadmium, or zinc. So artificially made, yes. Metal, yes. It's named technetium because it's made by technicians, spelled technetium. It is a metal, but we do not know its charge. B, element B is, of course, what chemistry is not. Boron. So element 5 is boron right next to carbon, and boron is a non-metal. It is not a metal. So element B is boron, and it is not a metal, no. Barium. What happens to a chemist when they die? You bury him. Barium is a metal. It's in group 2 or 2A. It's an alkaline earth metal, which is always 2 plus. Alkaline earth metals like calcium and magnesium and strontium, always 2 plus. So Ba, barium, is a metal, and it's always 2 plus. So barium is Ba. Yes, it is a metal, and its charge is 2+. And finally, Rn, maybe what some of you are looking to become someday, Rn. It's a little joke. But in this context, it stands for radon, Rn, element 86. It's a noble gas, and it is not a metal. So Rn is radon, a radioactive noble gas that is not a metal. Well, that concludes our Is It a Metal exercise. So hopefully you found that useful. Make sure that you become familiar with the periodic table, identifying the metals, and knowing if it's a metal, whether you know its charge. All right.